We are Backington. Backington today. Where is Backington? I don't know. Can we visit Backington? Please, sir, please, sir. Can we visit Backington? I don't know. Do you know where Backington is? I don't know where Backington is. Do you know? Do you know? I do not know. Yes. Yeah. There's that. And then there's Graveyard Keeper, which is what we're going to do now. Let us play some Graveyard Keeper, Graveyard Keeper, Graveyard Keeper. Why does everything have to be a song with you? I don't know. I don't know. Have you seen the way to Backington? It's the wrong song. I'm sorry. I just thought I was the baritone for Backington. I didn't know I was expected to do other things. Well, you are. I'm expected to do a song about graveyard keeping now. Fine. I am the Graveyard Keeper of Backington. We fucking leave now. Well, fine. As long as I get paid for the rest of the day. Yeah, you get paid for the rest of the day. Get out. Fine, I'm off. Anyway, we're back. We haven't played this since the 1st of April. Which I suppose arguably, yeah, is the midnight past last Thursday was the 1st of April. Or the game's playing a little trick on me for 1st of April. It's not. It was literally because we saved it past midnight. Which is to be expected. No, I always forget the mouse. It does not move when you loading screen. He's a bony little boy. He's a bony little boy and a bony little son. A bony little son. Aye. Do you want to see my bony little son? That's a chat-up line from Sean Connery there. He goes up to the women and the men. He's not flashy. And he just goes up to them and goes, "Would you like to see my bony little son?" And most people, in fairness to them, most people say, no. And he just goes, "That's fair. I'm Sean Connery. Goodbye." And he just sort of disappears in a puff of smoke. Nobody tells him that they see him, dashing down the road, but yeah. So he does believe he's got magical ninja powers, but it's fine. It's fine. We let Sean believe he has magical ninja powers. It's just better. He's happy, and when Sean Connery's happy, we're happy, and I think that's the only thing that really matters. Right. So yeah, I don't really have much specific to do. I think the best bet might be if we pop out here. Now, why were we building bowls? That seems like a good question. We wanted gears so that we can build a better sword and then go to war. So fundamentally, we want the gears of war. Metal Gears, that was better. Mine was a bit too long-winded, but we got there in the end. The Metal Gears of War! My God, what a combo. That would be something. It's quite something. Although I've never actually played a Gears of War game, so I don't know for certain they're good. Just the fact that they've lasted quite a long time suggests they are. And, I think they strike me as quite fun. I know they are sort of that kind of... they are almost the progenitor of the hide behind a chest-high wall in order to regrow all your limbs, but, well, you know what? I like that sort of shoot-'em-up game. It makes it slightly easier and less pressure. Although, having said that, of course, they do what they tend to do, is that one, you get shot a little bit quicker. So, it balances out in some fashion. Like, if you've got a full-bore health bar, I think usually in the game you can take more hits. Whereas when you're doing the sort of... Well, what we've got is the method where you have to duck and cover. you can't take as many hits, I don't think. But I might be wrong. But I get the impression that's the way they sort of do it. So, where, how, who? Our polishing paste. Would you like to see my polishing paste? I've got my polishing paste on for you. Oh, yeah. So I think at this point, now, let's deal with the churchyard. I think that's going to be the most important thing. And, yeah, that will allow those to do. But I might try and go down the underground. Down in the underground, where the other people can't be found. There's a song in there somewhere, but I don't think those are the lyrics. Which means it's not really the song, is it? No. When you put it like that, no, it's not actually the song. It's fine. Why did I want Faith? Because I think, personally, she was the much more effective and attractive vampire slayer. Which is why I very much wanted Faith. More so than I wanted Buffy. That's going back quite some time, for anybody. If nobody remembers it, basically, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the idea was there could only ever be one Slayer, but at one stage Buffy died, but they revived her with a little bit of CPR, I think it probably was. I don't think it was a magical thing, I think it was just a general, she died, boom, 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 come back to us! Oh, I did. But that triggered the summoning of a new Slayer, and that was Faith. And I think Faith was a bad girl. She was a bad girl. I think eventually she became like good, but she was quite bad at the same time. I can't remember the exact storylines, but I think she did have a bit more attitude than Buffy. But I've not watched it in so long, I don't know that for certain. But we definitely wanted Faith. Oh, but I can't remember why, so I should probably save it up. Should probably save that faith. Keep the faith, son. Keep the faith. So that hopefully at some point I'm going to remember why I wanted the faith. Hold a show. I need the faith. I need faith and I need flyers. And I think it was 10 faith, which means I don't think I've got enough. Plus I don't know where my flyers went. Pretty certain I did have flyers. Don't know where I put the flyers. Which is slightly awkward. I do, however, have a fair amount of cash. Because lots of people enjoyed my red wine. But, okay, so, excellent. So, comedy, I do need 2 stars, which is slightly problematic. I think that might just happen eventually. Move over, please. Thank you very much. It didn't help me, but there you go. No. Check that. No money there. And no idea. Because there's sort of the star rating. But I don't know how he's get the stars up. Apart from just sell booze. Which I suppose arguably I can get. There's some flyers. And there's the faith. Excellent. So I actually have 5 faith and 10 flyers. Which was exactly what I needed for that. So if I put 2 more, if I put another set of 5 in here, that will set it up where I've got enough. Not only do I have enough for Graveyard Fest, I've got enough for the other event as well, which is good. Excellent. Okay, that's not too bad. Right, at this point I do feel like it is probably go underground, although the point was to improve my sword before going underground, wasn't it? So darn my socks, for my socks need darning. Right, so I don't necessarily feel like I need another marketing campaign right now, because I think the point was I needed to get free fame, but I think I need to start doing a couple other bits. 6 feet. Am I 6 feet under right now? I'm not, but most of my clientele are. What are you? Oh, that was the cargo boy. So ideally I need another zombie. I could probably take that zombie if I really wanted to. I suppose at this point we could do with more wine. So let's go try and deal with our grape situation. I think that might be my best bet. Grab the spare metal there. Excellent. Don't you knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. See, that's what you get when you start knocking. You get horrible noises like that. Do 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 diddle diddle dumplings. Oh yes, have you diddled your dumplings? Not today. Maybe someday I will diddle my dumplings indeed. But today my dumplings remain undiddled. I'm just doing general grape duty. There's not. I haven't really got much to say about the grape duty. I'm picking the grapes and planting the grapes. I'm picking the grapes and planting the grapes. I think you've seen it 1,000 times before, so I suppose arguably this game is probably dragging a bit for viewers, but oh well. I don't think that's the reaction you're supposed to have, is it? You're supposed to try and accommodate the viewers and not just go, nah, whatever. But oh dear, it had a little wibble. It had a little wibble and it didn't like it. But I can't help it. It's oh dear. It's really oh god. Are you going to die on me? Please don't die on me. You worked last week, so you can work again this week, can't you? Come on. You know you want to work really. Right, we want to pop here. That's true. I do have to make wine somehow. Why is it so expensive? Oh god, do I have to do all of that farming myself? I gotta take all that peat back to the winery? Are you serious? Oh god. There you go. That's how I make the wine. My penguin impression. That was penguin. For anybody wondering. The later bit, not the first bit. The first bit was just strange noise, which arguably is standard practice. But hire me, DC Comics. I can be your new Joker. It looks like those plants I transplanted last weekend survived the storms last couple of days. There's a storm coming, or there's a storm having come. But what was I doing? Crushing grapes. Ooh, I could crush a grape. No grapes, though. They don't grow terribly well here. No, I think grapes are a pernickety little crop, aren't they? Although I think there are some areas where you wouldn't expect grapes. Because I think the hairy bikers did a sort of up north journey. Which is, in fairness, their stomping ground. Because they are from up north. And I think they found a couple of vineyards sort of randomly up north where you wouldn't expect the grapes to grow all that well. But they apparently do. What I suppose is fail. Let's put all of them. No, not the wooden beams. There's a pub down the road that grows some grapevines in the conservatory. Oh, nice. We didn't know that. Right. I wants to make some more wine. I want to make the vino. I wants to make vino grommet. I suppose we might as well just sort of shit wine for the people who can't afford wine, and then we'll make a good batch for the people who can really afford the wine. It's just basic life, isn't it? I think I've just described real life, which is concerning and disturbing. I don't want real life in my video games, so I need to make sure both of those bottles are as cheap as each other, so that I'm not. But oh, these apples actually are grown, aren't they? Always throws me because any other apple tree, apart from the ones that I own here, any other apple tree, you are looking at apples on the ground define that it's finished growing and therefore can be harvested. But of course, annoyingly, those trees that are in my yard, they don't have that prompt. It's when they're in the tree roof thing. Whatever you... The tree roof. Yes. The tree roof. Remember when you saw yourself while playing D&D? I do vaguely remember you putting that in, yes. Is that... I'm assuming there's a follow-up to that. or that was just a really random question. Remember when you saw yourself while playing D&D? I do. That's all. I just wanted to make sure you remembered. That's all I say, fair enough. Tried corn. Now, I don't know if you want to be dealing with corn. I think he's quite the nasty one. I think what you might want to prefer is possibly Slanesh. Now, if I'd made that joke correctly, instead of fluffing the word Slanesh, it might have been funnier. But unfortunately... Oh god, I thought I was stuck in wall! But unfortunately I did fluff it, and Chester's picked up the slack though, with Blood for the Blood God. Skull for the Skull Throne! Well, Skull for my Skull Pillars in this game. Which I will... I think I've maximised my my pillars. My Skull Pillars. You don't want to be near me when I have my Skull Pillars. I don't really need oil, so I think at this point we'll just pop a bit of apples, son. Up the apples and pears, son. Up the apples and pears. Would you like to join me up the apples and pears? No. A person with that voice, you definitely wouldn't want to join them up the apples and pears, would you? Christ. What are you going to do to me up the apples and pears? You don't want to know, son. You don't want to know, son. You don't want to know. You don't want to. You don't want to know. No, I think you're right. I don't want to know. Who is your property? Who is your property? So, onions, 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 onions indeed. A box of goods. Well, I can't deny, a box of goods is one of the easiest things to actually sort of piece together. Because it is one of the lowest effort things. So, bunch more flitch and a fuck ton of nails. I suppose a fuck ton of nails does require a fuck ton of of iron, but in fairness, they are still a piece of piss to make. Absolute piece of piss. Although burning through my energy like it was going out of fashion. But I can't deny, not that fast. Go on, son. That's it. That's what we wanted. Although, having said that, I think I have to build this box, so probably not got the energy to build the box. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the case. Oh well, never mind. It is about to be Merchant's Day, so if we can do a couple more of them, we might be able to check in. What does it specify what the merchant wants? Yeah, okay. 5-star dinners. Did we not? We've got those. Yes, we do have those. Excellent. Right, so pop them in my inventory for tomorrow. What we also want to do is pop a couple of things in this chest over here, because I don't need them anymore. Don't need those. I'm feeling like the peat stuff should go in the winery, simply because if I don't put them in the winery, being chased by a bloody iron ore. I don't want to be chased by iron ore. I don't like being chased by iron ore at all, really. Thank you very much. It's not my idea of fun. I'm stuck on my own pole. Stuck on my own pole. Didn't like that. If you put it there, will they whine? They will whine. And on occasion... No, I've gone wrong. I've tried a jerk and it's gone wrong. It's gone off rails. No, I can't remember the line. But it's one of the funnier lines. It's funny-ish. It's such a shitty joke. And the fact that they all have to laugh at the joke, it's sort of a funny sequence, not a funny joke. If that makes sense. I think it makes sense. I can't guarantee that. Blueberries, jalapeno, red chilies, and new this year, habanero peppers. Good lord, you've got some massively interesting crops going on there. What am I doing putting those away? But that is quite something. We've got weeds. That's it. That's all we've got growing in our garden. Weeds. Little weed at the end of the garden. Little weed. But that's just because I couldn't hold it in, so I had to have a little weed. A little weed at the end of the garden, indeed. Why must you be this way? I don't know. I wish I wasn't, but I can't help it. Oh, no, no, no. Alright. Box of goods again. Jalapeno peppers will probably be pickled. Pickle my jalapenos. Chilies will be dried and crushed and cooked on a pizza. Good lord! That is incredible. Might just get a second jar and do the same with a habanero. Yeah, fuck. It's genuinely quite impressive that you are sort of growing and pickling your own bits and bobs. Well, not your own bits and bobs, obviously, because if you were pickling your own bits, then you wouldn't have bits anymore, and I think that's going to disappoint anybody in the future. Oh, God damn it. I need more energy, and I don't want to sleep because I want to deal with the man. So let's use my fish sticks. God damn it, I'm going to have to use my bloody botsits as well. Because I'm already running out of day, which is certainly annoying. I don't know a bob to pick. Well, look, this is why there is the website Bobs for Hire. I wanted more. But there just wasn't anything more after the phrase Bobs for Hire. You shouldn't be picking your own bits on stream, yeah. As against terms of service, I imagine so. Ah, good, my vino. Ah, my vino. Excellent. Right, I might... Yeah. Can I take these boxes myself? Oh, I can. Oh, excellent. Well, that's something, I suppose. I mean, it's easier me not taking them, but... If it's the difference between me taking them now and getting it dealt with versus having to wait for a zombie, I might as well take them myself. Can only take one at a time, which is slightly unfortunate, but which is where I definitely do want a zombie down there. And I'm not going to like that. Oops. No, I'm pretty certain. There we go. And it's certainly going to be more convenient. And I could pull that fella to do sort of a double duty. He can sort of, when I've got vino, he can take the vino. When I've got boxes, he can take the boxes. But for now, while I've got both vino and boxes, he can take the vino, I'll take the boxes. Because the vino is a much longer journey, which is why it's much easier for me to just do this one. Unfortunately, we are running out of day, which is annoying. I'm gonna miss my fucking merchant's day, aren't I? Fuck. Get your legs moving, mate. Yeah, we're running out of daylight. Come on, son. Come on, Eileen. Ah, cock. I think I've run out of day. Hopefully, maybe. Can we just catch him? Can we? Oh, you fucking bell end. It's this situation all over again. He's not going to talk to me. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, do you know what? We're going to find out what happens when I try and go to town. I think we've already found out, in fairness. Oh, no, okay. Oh, he didn't even raise the barrier. Okay, that's fine. Path of town is closed. You need a town pass. I don't have a town pass. Oh, well. Well, bollocks. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks in your face, face, face. Bollocks, 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 lacking grace. Bollocks, 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 all over the place. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. Shitting in your... Whoops. No, I've just got one piece of bread on the boil. I suppose it's the bake, really, isn't it? It's not a very big or fancy garden, but even a few plants will go along. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I wasn't necessarily expecting a farm, but the fact that you've got any is impressive to me, frankly. I don't know. Maybe I'm easily impressed, I suppose. Probably because I don't do anything. That's the crucial element. I don't really do much. And therefore, anything you do is relatively impressive to me. Oh, good, they are there. Excellent. Right, well... When's this bloody fucking... Oh, God. I put so many pieces of iron in the fire. I've got too many irons on the fire. It's going to take too long to deal with this situation. We'll carry on sort of doing that, and that. And get rid of... This time I'm not going to take them to the wine area. Just leave the peat there. I suppose I could deal with the onions and veg situation in general. I suppose I might as well. Get myself all my crops out. We might be able to sell the crops in the boxes if need be. Although I think I've basically sold most of the crops I need to sell. But for now we'll certainly pop those in there. Probably want to pop the seeds in there. But crops aren't necessarily a huge priority, so it's definitely find uses for the peppers, spicy up everything. Excellent. That's exactly what my father does, because I am 99% certain he has done a Dave Lister, and that may not mean anything to most people, but to people who know the show, they will know that Dave Lister was supposed to have burnt out all his taste buds via copious amounts of curry. And I'm 99% certain that is exactly what my father did. So now he just can't taste anything, so he overspices things a lot. Or I suppose arguably it's more just erratic spice. It's not necessarily overspiced. It's just like sometimes it's like, oh, that's too much spice, sir. That's too much spice. You've overdone it. And other times it's like you say you've put spice in this? There's no spice in this. Which arguably, I suppose, the two kind of go together, sort of hand in hand. It's like, are you sure you put spice in this? Ah, it's weird. No, I thought I heard, but no, maybe not. And then the next session, it'll be like, fucking sweet mother of Jesus! How much spice did you put in this? Well, last one wasn't... my father's not Northern, by the way, just in case you were wondering. Oh, last time I thought it didn't seem to have as much taste, so I put lots more in. Fuck's sake, you burnt me fucking tongue. Unbelievable. And then, of course, next time, not as much goes in, and, of course, then the cycle continues. But there you go. That's what happens. But still, I do that all the time. Get the spicy option, and then wonder how bland and awful the non-spicy version is. It's fair. It's fair. You can't handle spicy food. No. Much to my parents' disappointment. Yes, I imagine so. I must admit, I don't know. I'm always slightly confused by spicy food, and sort of the idea of can I, can't I take spicy food. Because it's like, yeah, I'll enjoy a curry that's got some spice in it. Is this hot? Is this the sort of heat you can or can't take? I don't know. So I don't know, like, if I register myself as being sort of particularly fond of spicy food or not so much. I mean, I can't deny it. Almost anything I cook, well, not anything, mostly because I tend to be the one who cooks sort of sweet treats and baked goods like that. Not baked goods like that. Like that. I just mean, you know, they are goods that are baked, not baked goods. But nonetheless, I tend to focus on sort of cookies and cakes and stuff like that. But when I do sort of cook sort of savoury meals, like probably tomorrow, I will end up, hey, my berries have just puffed into existence. I think my berries have just dropped. Excellent. Anyway, we can do a berry run. I'm sort of just idling while that bloody furnace is dealing with its situation, which is not great, but there you go. I haven't got enough berries for that. That's a shame. But yeah, anyway, probably tomorrow or the next day when I cook up some mince, I will end up, of course, popping a good splashing. And again, there's an argument to be had. What's your definition of a good splashing versus someone else's idea of a good splashing? I don't know. But a good splashing of the old Tabasco, because I do enjoy a good little spicy Tabasco. But in fairness, Tabasco I don't think is the spiciest thing on them available. But then again, other people might think, no, Tabasco is fucking spicy, mate. Jesus, you a fucking monster. Maybe. Don't rule it out. Don't rule it in. Equally, don't rule it out. I don't know if I want the jewels in there. Well, having said that, jewels in there might be okay, but yeah, I've got a stack of jewels there, so there's a better position. Right. I really feel like I'd like to deal with that Witcher's Eye. Let's go to sleep and sort of chug away the day. But yeah, anyway. Walmart now has that Hot Ones trial pack thing, where you get some nuggets and little sample packs of their 3 main sauces. Oh, that sounds nice. I tell you what, that's one of the ones I really like. The KFC hot wings. They are a good one. They're a good heat, I think. They're a very good heat. Just enough to make you go, oh, after you've eaten a few, but not enough to sort of make you go, this is unpleasant. They are sort of perfect level. But I also rather enjoy, they've also got a sort of the little bites they do. And I think I only go up to something like sort of sweet chili. I tend to sort of go towards sweet chili and leave it there because I like sweet chili. As I say, I like sweet things, I suppose. I've just realised I've said I don't do spicy food, and then I have an empty packet of What's-Its Crunchy Flaming Hot Crisps on my desk, despite me also claiming to not like cheese. Hearing you mention cheese and there's discussion of spice, I've gone back to having El Mexicana for my sort of cheesy treat. I realised, this may be a me thing only, I suppose, but what I quite like having is you have your lunch and you have a nice bit of cheese on the side. I enjoy that, and I tend to have a cheese triangle as well. I do quite like a cheese triangle, and I've taken to having like 2 cheese triangles because at the moment I'm having like sort of pate on toast, and I don't know. Sorry, you do realise it's French and quite posh, don't you? And you made it sound like it comes from a fucking gutter. Pie on toast, yeah. I like pie on toast, yeah. Or it sounds like you're talking about a woman called Patty, and I don't think you've got her on toast. You don't know that. You don't know that. Pate on toast is what I'm rather enjoying for my lunches at the moment. But what I tend to have is two pieces of toast, both with pate. And I have a slice of the toast, and then as a nice little palate cleanser before the second slice of toast, oh, a lovely cheesy triangle. Which I know, it's like such a weird combination there, isn't it, really? The idea of going, yes, I have pate on toast, and then followed by cheese triangle. It's a triangle made of cheese. But yeah, I do like a cheese triangle. Laughing Cow primarily, but do you know what? I'm not against the Dairy Lee. There you go, I'm going to say it. I'm fine with the Dairy Lee cheese triangle. I favour the Laughing Cow, but, the less said about my wife, the better. Terrible human being. Yes, my wife is a terrible human being. No, I am terrible. Yes. So as my cheese of choice, it's usually Gruyere, the Kung Fu cheese, because of course it goes Gruyere. I don't even think that's a funny joke, but I like it because it's one of the only jokes I've ever come up with myself. But yes, no, at the moment I've veered back towards my own old favourite, Mexicana, which is basically the spicy cheese. It's basically cheddar with a whole shed load of spices crammed up its arsehole. And it's very, very tasty. And I mean, it's one of those ones where a single bite will make you go, oh, hello. And I quite like that, I must admit. It's a good cheese. It's not quite like sort of tongue-numbingly hot, but it's enough to make you go, oh, hello. Which is, I think that's roughly the reaction you want to spice. You want spice to be enough to make you go, oh, hello. So basically I'm suggesting all spice should make you just that little bit camper for a moment or two, which I'm not sure whether that's a general consensus throughout the population. But for me, the best sort of spice is the spice that makes you go camp. Flaming hot Cheetos are stupidly messy. Yes. Your fingers will be red for quite a while, but so good otherwise. These are crunchy Wotsits, so they're basically knickknacks. Paddy wax. Give a dog a bone. I feel like that's one of those rhymes that you shouldn't say anymore, but I can't remember. But it was once upon a time a rhyme. Yeah. Knickknacks, yeah, I haven't had a knickknack in ages either. I tend to favour the salt and vinegar. So I tend to just end up going, I'll just have salt and vinegar this week. Shall I have something? No, I'll just have salt and vinegar. But I suppose that's where I do end up very set in my ways. That's why I've been having pate on toast since about Christmas. Every day. Every day. Because I don't have much in the way of imagination, I suppose. It's so nice just to know exactly what you're having for the lunch, and then you just have that for your lunch, and then you move on. But there you go. I ate the same breakfast for about 3 years. Yeah, I go through sort of phases. I must admit, they don't usually last sort of 3 years territory. Although, having said that, breakfast's a bit different. Like, I'm curious now. You've got me curious. I ate the same breakfast for about 3 years. Is that like a functional breakfast? You know, I've got to go out, cereal, done, out. Or is that sort of like more of a... Is it more of a casual breakfast where you've just chosen the same thing over and over again? Or is it a convenience breakfast? Because having the same convenience breakfast for sort of 3 years makes sense. I guess the second one. Oh, well, so sort of more choice-based, which is fair. But yeah, I tend to go through phases like that. Because at the moment, what I was doing previously, I went through a phase where I was just having fruit and fibre, or was it Sultana Bran? That's the one. So, I mean, sorry, can we just discuss what you just said there? You said you were having fruit and fibre, and then you said, no, it isn't. It's Sultana Bran. Now, can I just ask, what's a Sultana as a fruit? What's bran flakes? Fibre? So, is it fruit and fibre? I mean, fundamentally, yes, it is. Yes, it is. I cannot deny it is, in fact, fruit and fibre. But specifically, I was having Sultana Bran, which I quite like, mostly because of the Sultanas. The bran flakes are, I mean, they're bland flakes more, but, you know, they're healthy, which means they're tasteless. I know that's slightly unfair, but is it though? Is it truly unfair? Or is it simply a little bit true? And I think it might be a little bit true. But anyway, so I went through a phase of that, and then I ended up sort of getting slightly bored of them getting a bit soggy with the milk. And so I genuinely sort of went through a phase of going, I'm not going to bother putting milk on this. And so I just ate them as sort of flakes. And it was surprisingly nice. Especially adding extra sultanas and chocolate chips. And I realised, you know, sorry, did you not say you were trying to be healthy with your Sultana Bran? Yes. So let me just clarify this. You were trying to be healthy with your Sultana Bran? Yes. And so you decided a good idea, in order to be healthy with your sultana bran, was to put chocolate chips on them. I see where I've gone wrong now. Yeah. You're quite right. Whoops. I think is the optimal answer there. But in fairness, I'm not going to lie. Bran flakes improved dramatically with the addition of chocolate. But nonetheless, I was quite enjoying them dry. I don't know if you ever get a chance. It's. I almost be tempted to say it's like a trail mix, but I think that would be a lie. Because a trail mix is very different. But it was quite nice. It was like sort of just dipping your hand in a sort of crispy snack. A crispy snack that featured sultanas and chocolate chips. It's concerning sometimes how shit my brain is, but there you go. Really like this sweet chili, sweet chili. See, I love sweet chili. Absolutely love sweet chili. In fact, I had arguably this is sort of a shocking decision, perhaps, and maybe you'll frown upon it and go, "No, why would you do such a thing?" But what I rather enjoyed today, I had a Subway, which is how I ended up eating my own body weight in cookies. But yes, I had their chicken teriyaki, and it was tasty. Oops, no, just craft it. There we go. But what I tend to do is when they offer you a sauce with their sort of chicken teriyaki, I just go, yeah, I'll have the sweet chili, and I must admit it goes very nicely. I suppose there is an argument that says you lose a bit of the teriyaki, but there is equally an argument that says what you lose in teriyaki, you gain in sweet chili. And that is basically a true sentiment. That is pretty much what you do. And it's very tasty. No. There is no more wine for you, sir. You, sir, have no more wine. I don't mind the baked Lay's chips and such for slightly healthier options, but those sun chips might as well be chewing on tree bark. Ooh, dear. That's not great news. You don't want to be chewing on the tree bark. I think these are expensive, aren't they? Yeah, and I don't have a lot of... at least at this point in time, I can sort of feel kind of free to do some studying, because obviously I've put my faith in my chest, and therefore we don't have to worry about it. But we shall see. There we go. We've now studied a few more bits. I can't deny studying is not a hugely pertinent thing to do. Although it is, I mean, I really do need to focus a lot more on alchemy, I think. I need to start sort of crushing things down, and I can't deny I might end up having to sort of look up some of these, because I've been having a bit of a futz around with them, and I haven't quite found what I was after. I managed to find a load of paint, but outside of that, it's like, no, none of it seems to have worked, which is slightly aggravating. I don't think I've got any more bits and bobs to build in this situation, do I? Hand mixer, no. Study table we've got. Alchemy workbench 2. Must admit, I don't think I've got an alchemy workbench 2, but all roads lead to Metal Gears, which is fairly standard stuff, I think, because that's the final boss. I mean, we are basically ready for the church service, so I don't think it's not quite there yet. We need just a touch more day. I could fiddle with my wood, fiddle with me wood in the middle of my graveyard sun, but I sense it would be bad to fiddle with my wood today. Yes, indeed. Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming I can put lawns in there. And lawns, I've already sort of got. Yeah. I suppose I'm going to be flower beds as well.
Yeah, I just need to bring a fuck ton of stone over it. So I'll tell you what, let's teleport back to Sweet Home, get a fuck ton of stone, and go back to the area. Not all of the stone, I don't think, but a fair amount of stone. Because I can always build more stone here. So that seems like a fair amount of stone. Let's collect a couple more of those, pop them in the chest. I'm not sure. Oh, I suppose that was study fodder, wasn't it? So I've ended up putting it in my inventory, which is not the greatest of ideas. I must admit, the one thing that I really wouldn't have said no to in this game is for you to be able to build one of the stonework things. Oh, I see. No, you can't. It's not big enough area. Balls. That's a shame. So yeah, I think that's probably why. Apart from the fact that I do need to dig up one of those graves and move it, because it's not in the right position. But yeah, that's the same sort of size. So we're looking at sort of maybe the 4s. Do we want to split that into sort of flower beds and lawns? Let's see, lawn free. Would I get a flower bed and a lawn free? Yes. I feel like that's probably the best bet, isn't it? It depends. Do we want sort of... I feel like maybe flower bed there. Now I realise I'm laying the lawn whilst saying flower bed there. And I realise that seems an odd way of doing things, but that's just how my brain works sometimes. Now we'll lay the flower beds. Although, having said that, we cannot lay the flower beds. Which probably means that's a lawn too. Yes, so I'm going to have to remove those lawns that I just built. Because I fucked it up. But I suppose it's fine. I do need to do the church service in the not too distant future. But having fucked up the lawns, we're going to have to live with this situation for now. And deal with that. There we go. Right, so let's also exhumation permission and dig up this body over here. Neaten this up now. It's almost a shame that that's a 2. Yeah, it would have been beneficial to have been able to dig up a different one. Because this is actually not a terrible body. I mean, I can basically bury it immediately. So it's not outrageous. But it does sort of... If I could have dug up one of the other bodies, it would have been slightly superior. But there you go. Never mind. Never mind. Now I've got to go and actually physically remove it. We just want a neat graveyard. I don't think you understand. He just wants neat graveyards. You're making me work for it, aren't you? Fucking bastards. Stop making me work for this. It's going to make the graveyard ugly, but I might just mark that whole section out, perhaps. And now we do want the big lawn. Where's the big lawn? Yes, the big bad lawn tonight, y'all. And for now, yeah, I think we'll put a lawn separation in there. And therefore, I believe we're going to want a lawn separation in there. And we're going to want a lovely little bit of lawn there. And that, luckily, was the final lawn for the final lawn. Which is exactly what you want in this scenario. Pop you back in your little grave. And now we'll pop your stone back on. Oh, work it, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. Never do that again. A fair enough statement, yeah. I must admit, digging it out is probably not that great. Is it going to flip a Jeep over? It might do. I don't know what you're referencing. Did I say something specific to prompt the question, is it going to flip a Jeep over? Because if I did, I don't remember what it was. And that's problematic for both me and for you, because it means you have to explain in detail with appendices and diagrams, and it highlights a severe problem it seems I have, which is the whole not comprehending anything I say, which I think is, I still stand by the fact that it's probably a good thing, but still. Right, well, I mean, it's about 10 minutes over the odds, so I think we might leave it, despite having done fuck all. Well, I say I've done fuck all. I mean, technically, I've added a couple more bits of lawn, which is not, it's not nothing. I mean, it's not really something, but it's not nothing. What did I need for those prayer stations? I needed just a general book. Oh, the big lawn. So the big lawn, I still don't understand the reference. Unless, was it just because I was singing the song Big Show? Did the Big Show ever flip a Jeep over? He might have. He was big. He was a big, big boy. The lawn does look nice. It does. It looks pleasant. We'll deal with these... no, I've not really got the energy. Do you know what? Fuck it. Oh, I'll tell you one thing we will deal with, though. We will deal with the fact that... Oh, okay, we've run out of space. Excellent. Tell you what, we'll take the stone. No, we won't take the stone because we've run out of space for that as well. Oh, bother. We don't have no inventory space. Put the stone in there. Now I'll go around here. Keep forgetting the well and the bloody... what's it? The well and the what's it? Hello, I'm well. And I'm what's it? Excellent. Right, now take the stone again. Take the stone again. Oh, was it? I don't remember. I don't honestly remember. The only thing I really remember about the Big Show nowadays is the "Where's the Big Show? The big bad show tonight, y'all." Yeah. I don't necessarily doubt he flipped a truck at some point, or flipped a Jeep at some point, because, I mean, he's certainly big enough. And in fairness, they could easily sort of rig that up in some fashion, just for the sort of entertainment value. Right, okie dokie. Okie dokie, mokey mokey. Right, yeah, I think it's just going to be 6 to get 24. It's probably a bit too much, but still. He also had that sumo match against Akebono! Akebono! Is that the Japanese lead singer of U2? A little bit too proud of that joke, aren't you? A little bit too proud. Yeah. I can't help myself. I was a little bit too proud of that joke. Yeah. You do have to know that Bono is the lead singer of U2, of course. But I think that's fairly well known. I don't think I've blown your minds there by going, the lead singer of U2 is Bono. I can't imagine you're sat there going, what? I thought Bono was just a bloke in glasses. He sings? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't understand. Yeah, he's the one who shoved all that all his music on your iPhone and you didn't want it. It's one I haven't heard before, at least. Well, there you go. If you can't be funny, be original. Anyway, I think we'll call it quits there, because we had a nice night's sleep and it's about 12:15. I can't deny it. The last 3 hours have shot by something drastic, which I suppose arguably suggests I was enjoying doing my random buildings. It's just unfortunate that I don't seem to be getting anywhere. Mostly my own fault I'm not getting anywhere, in fairness. I can't deny it. It's because I'm just idling around enjoying a bit of building. But, you know, the game... I'd like to point out the game is technically called Dragon Quest Builders. So, if I wasn't building, I do feel like I'd be a bit sort of failing the game. So, yeah. I do feel it's appropriate for me to be building. But a lot of the buildings I'm doing are, well, I don't know. We did get a fair amount of mini medals, but I'm still sort of, you could, if you were just going for mini medals, you could very easily just boof straight through. Hello,
Harpoon cannon, fire!
You harpooned your way into following a brand new streamer. Welcome. Unfortunately, unless you've been watching all this time, which, well, I suppose that's probably unfortunate as well, but the key thing is we're off now. So if you have literally just tuned in, we are leaving. But you are welcome nonetheless. Welcome, Kismet. It is perhaps Kismet that we met with Kez and a kestrel. That's the sound of my kestrel. I know. He says I have never acknowledged his existence before, and he doesn't like that fact. I've been lurking for a while. Drop the follow so I can find you again. Thank you. Very much appreciate the follows. Always look on the bright side of follows. I'm just now looking at things. I've gotten distracted by Discord, which is unfortunate. But we did also have that amazing moment I join on where you were trying to get people to path the right way. That's true, yeah. Bloody people going the wrong way. Bastards. All I want to do is get these people to do the right thing. But will they? No. No, they won't do the right thing. Right, let's have a look. See if there's things here. Maybe. I suppose let's have a look at the usual suspects. See if there's anybody else playing a graveyard keeper that sort of appeals. Appealing. Everybody's doing peeling, spuds. Appealing with spuds. I'm spud appealing. Always reminds me when I look through people playing Graveyard Keeper that I should probably change that screen, because it looks a bit better than this screen is intentionally blank on the listings and stuff. But still.
My heart!
Oh! He's got my heart! That's such a random thing. And I know. I made it. You can't go. It's fucking random when you made it.
Whatever's clever.
Now that one I do quite like. I do quite enjoy that one because he has got a voice that would melt anyone. Whatever's clever. But does he have my motorcycle? My motorbike? I think she said motorcycle, but I can't be certain.
I'm gonna put my lips on that.
Now, see, that one I like. I ain't putting my lips on that. I was saying that for weeks after I played that game. That's how much that line sat with me. Because I think, basically, I tried it on everything. I mean, you have to, don't you? You have to. If in doubt, try licking it. And so, it lived with me for ages. I ain't putting my lips on that. Especially because you could just do it over and over again. I ain't putting my lips on that. 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 And then finally, there's a bit of a spoiler, but there is one moment. It's not as much of a spoiler as I thought because I can obfuscate it, something drastic. But there is one moment where you do actually put your lips on that. And the achievement is, in fact, I will put my lips on that. But it's quite clever. It's quite a fun twist where it's like, I ain't putting my lips on that. And then finally, I'll put my lips on that. He doesn't actually say it out loud. It is just the name of the achievement. But it is still hilariously funny, I think. I mean, there's nothing really leaping out as raiding material, but I suppose let's have a... Tell you what, I will cut the desktop audios and then I will check in with a couple of these people to see. That's not... If you can hear that, that's not it. That's an advert. I mean, theoretically, you can't hear it because I've muted it, but just in case I've forgotten a channel. You never know. But I've got an advert at the moment. There we go. Oh, I see it's in French.
I don't think we need it in French. Si vous voulez faire pour ça un certain type de requête, examinez un épouvable. Unfortunately, it's now gone, so it's like épouvable. Like digging through the spittoon in West of Loathing. Yes, I remember that. I must finish that edit. It's unfortunate. I'm not going to, am I? If we're being brutally honest, it's highly unlikely I'm going to actually finish that. But you never know. Maybe one day I'll surprise everybody. So here's another one. Not really doing much. Nah. Okay. Oh, will the Canadians let me down? Get a lot of Canadians at this time of night. Well, having said that, where did I get oh, because it's in the tags, I was going to say. Oh, yeah, Ontario is Canada, isn't it? You dozy dick. But still. Where is this? Oh, this is the island. Oh, in fact, they've just gotten back. I think that's just back from. Yeah, that must be the castle town. Well, fuck it. I suppose we might as well try and spread in some fashion. Which I tell you what, that feels like the most well, what's the word I'm after? The daftest named spell in Towers of Arise is just the small girl casts spread, which is like, oh dear, no, don't make the small girl cast spread. I don't think we can. I don't think this is a good idea. But they do. It's a water-based spell, which I think just made it worse, didn't it? Oh, I've never put that together. Oh, why did the developers of Tales of Arise do that? Oh, I hope that's just a poor translation. But, goddamn, guys. Goddamn. Anyway, we're going to raid an individual called Merlin's Keeper. I think we were tempted by that, by them a previous week, but they disappeared before I got a chance to. Which means they may again. But we'll have a go. See what happens. They are also playing Dragon Quest Builders 2, and I believe they have just returned from the castle section. So basically the same place I am, just with less faffing around. But then again, you never know. Maybe it is at this point they will begin the true faff. But we'll pop in and see what they're doing. If you are after entertainment tomorrow night, you have Mr. Nickerin
to the basement.
Which I imagine he would not appreciate being called Mr. Nickerin.
Although technically his name, it just means he probably wouldn't appreciate the voice.
And the judge just kind of disappeared.
That's what judges do.
These words are so dumb that I will not utter them.
A couple of blokes pumping in the front row there. Unfortunately, I missed the dumb words, so I can't tell you what the dumb words were. But nonetheless, I don't know if he's still playing Plants and Zombies, Plants vs Zombies even. He was actually technically doing Zombies vs Plants because it was the mode where he did a couple of the modes where I don't know. Would you like to know what that noise is? That's me putting my hands together. Yeah, he was doing the Zombies versus Plants where you place zombies, I think it was, rather than you're placing plants. But and the other individual who may or may not didn't last week, don't know if he's doing so this week, but there is, of course, Mr. Blueboosh, who streams whenever he goddamn pleases.
Huskies.
And he has Husky, I think surname Big Balls. I might be wrong. of the huskiest of the big balls, or the biggest of the huskiest balls. One of the two.
This is terrifying. Oh god.
And that is another one of your sort of chaos characters, I suspect, isn't it? I really need to take character design less serious, I think. But I can't help it. You put me in front of a character designer, and I will try and make the optimal character for what I want. And I know it's not entertaining, it's not funny, but god damn, am I pleased with the character I have at the end. I just can't help myself. I genuinely try. I have done this in the past. I have tried to go, okay, I am doing a silly character. I'll put all the things on min-max to do, and I get to the end and I go, no. And I go back and I change everything into a normal human being, a dull, normal human, and I then get to the end and I go, I'll put glasses on you, but otherwise, yes. Because I can't be bothered to rechange the eyes. Anyway, so should be Aye, Captain, I should be streaming tomorrow. So that's most likely painting, odd games, party games, geo guessing. I do not know. It's a free, easy like summer. There's a song in there somewhere, but I don't know what it is. And I will be back definitely next Wednesday. Whether I do something over the weekend, I do not know. I haven't quite decided whether I want to sort of continue and keep going with Saturday and pick up another game or just leave it. And I'm equally unsure whether I want to bother with Sunday. So they are both sort of maybe. But no matter what, we should be back on the Wednesday afternoon for the Hodgepodge of Hilarity, which I'm not going to lie, may very well feature more Porsche, because that is sort of the dish of the day at the moment. I am getting slightly jonesing, because I am sort of, I didn't play it today. Oh no. Needs me digging and me building. And only I can build lampposts for this city. They're in the dark now. Anyway, I will say cheerio, and then we'll pop into Merlin's Keeper. But I can't deny, at mid:30, I'll probably be leaving fairly swiftly, owing to the whole I need sleep. Anyway, cheerio. Cheerio again, the button didn't work. Button not enjoying working time. Cheerio.